That Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is going to be a big feat for Jake Paul if that's who he thinks he is. At first, I was like, Jake Paul's going to take it away, no problem. Look at old Iron Mike Tyson. He's like rusted iron, and iron has heavy oxidation. The oxidation rate of iron is quite high. Is Jake Paul the one to tarnish Mike Tyson's reputation, his career, to rust away at that legacy? Could be. But at the same time, to get hit in the head with a rusted piece of rebar wouldn't be a good thing either. Okay. All right, because you can get hit in the head with a piece of rusted metal as well. So even though Mike Tyson's a little bit rusty, it don't mean that you can't get hit with him, or he ain't gonna hit you hard. It's just like a rusted piece of rebar. Okay, it's still solid. Iron Mike Tyson. What's this vid? Highlights?
You're watching Disney Channel.
Any quit, protect yourself at all times. I expect a tough, clean fight. Any questions from McNeely's question?
It's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of fucking money.
Is Jake Paul going to do it? Is he going to wimp out at the end? Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Which was probably one of Jake Paul's favorites, as it was mine. What year was Paul born in, Jake? '97. Wow, he's younger than I thought. I was like, is he 93 like I am? Dang, eh? What a man. But I think he'll fight him, man. I think he'll fight him. Pretty sure it's going to go through. Once they've announced it like that, everybody's looking forward to it. Everybody's putting the money up. Better get his testosterone going or whatever. Actually, not yet. When's the fight supposed to be? Yeah, don't wear out your testosterone quite yet. Don't wear it out. And that's what I think he's doing. He's not wearing his... Because you go through cycles, right? When's this fight? Mike Tyson doesn't sound interested in the Jake Paul fight now. Mike Tyson responds to Jake Paul rumors. Mike Tyson says no fight negotiations with Jake Paul. I thought it was a done deal. Mike Tyson agreed to the $61.5 million fight. Who won? Oh, it already happened. Oh, no. On the 17th of this month, January, post, 10 days ago, 11 days ago, 2022 and what have you. But this is everlasting. The Sun, Toronto-Sun, I believe, reported that fans could witness the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul boxing match later this year. The tabloid claimed that the former professional boxer was in advanced talks with Paul, a YouTuber and fighter, about a big money exhibition fight in Las Vegas. So it's only at the tabloid level now. I thought they had locked in some sort of card. Mike Tyson does not sound able or willing to fight Paul. There have been rumors that the two were nearing a deal for that grand exhibition. Tyson 55 appeared on the Full Send podcast, where UFC boss Dana White was also a guest, and explained that his body is not in the best position for it. Like I was saying, he's old Iron Mike Tyson. And I said that from the get go. I said, you're going to put young Lion Paul at him? Simba? Or what's it? The Lion King? You could call him the Lion King. You're going to send the Lion King over to get Scar after Scar already got, after Scar's career was over, I guess you would say. Or after Scar retired. I wanted to see it for the sport of it. I thought, hey, maybe Paul it'll be more of a, like the Floyd ones are, sort of like it comes down to tallying a lot of points and things. I thought it was going to come down to points and whatnot. Obviously, young Paul, like I was talking about testosterone, he gets his that up and whatnot and we're talking knockouts. Look at Woodley. He went in there and just handed it to Woodley. Hey, StacksAMilli will fight Paul, put up the money. And my body isn't the best proportioned either. Back to Diary of a Wimpy Kid. My dad was a wimpy kid. That he used to put me in the wimpy kid mind state, even though I wasn't no wimpy kid. He was the wimpy kid. Back to the rusted rebar. I mean, hey, Mike Tyson's still solid, eh? But I think after this, he won't be talking as much. He'll be more sitting down on the rocking chair if he don't fight Paul. Even Floyd's fighting. How old's Floyd? Who knows? Because now we're over to Google. We search up Floyd Mayweather. 44. How old's Mike? 55. That's the same age as my mom, and I don't want to see my mom get knocked out either. I see how the 55ers are, okay? It's sort of like a pass with those ones. Those 55 and older ones. Like, they made it to that point or whatever. And it's sort of our duty to be like, all right, that's old so-and-so rusted Mike Tyson blabbing his WD-40s again. Or else, you can hurt Iron Mike or hurt people like our parents and whatnot that might still have you know what I mean? They're still who they always were, but you got to know he's not in the right proportion. And that's what Jake Paul made him say. Jake Paul made him admit to his faults and admit that he wasn't of the right proportion. Look at Jake Paul. My friend DA or whatever reminds me of a Jake Paul. He ain't nothing like a Jake Paul, and Jake Paul don't even know him, I bet. But when it comes down to the form factor, it's sort of funny to me because I used to make fun of my friend DA or whatnot. But where am I going to search up old Scar? I think that's one of Mike Tyson's favorite characters was Scar. But it's sort of like old Scar versus the Lion King. And I was the one that, well, I wasn't the one that took the picture, but I made that picture more famous of Jake Paul when he had all the blood on him like a lion out in Africa that just killed a gazelle. Search it up. There's a picture of Jake looking just like a lion.